Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited. I wanted to wish you a happy new year. 2016 was a very difficult year for a lot of us with lots of healing and transformation. 2017 brings a very different energy with prosperity, abundance, and of course, reunion with your twin flame. And lots of beautiful things are waiting for us in 2017. To start off the year, I did a reading for the Divine Masculines for January 2nd to January 8th. Although these energies are for this week, I feel they will carry through towards the 3rd and even the 4th week of January. It is a beautiful spread. It shows that Divine Masculines are changing. They're interacting with their divine feminine, how they're thinking about their divine feminine in the physical environment. And for some divine masculines, they are going to be in contact with their divine feminine. So let's have a closer look and see what the spread is all about. I've laid out the spread in front of you so you can have a look. It is a 6-card spread, and the top row from left to right represents the divine masculine's emotions, and the bottom row from left to right represents the divine masculine's physical environment and the actions they're taking based on their emotion. The first card that we have for the divine masculine's emotions is the balance card. The balance card is in the past position. And when I see this card, I think of two things. I think first that the divine masculines recently have been working very, very hard on balancing their feminine energy into their masculine energy. And this is an important step prior to union, because this is how the divine masculines are connecting to the spirit world. They're learning to listen to the signs that they're receiving, listen to the synchronicities, and learning to trust their intuition. So this is an important step in becoming balanced within themselves prior to union. The other thing this card represents, being in the past position, is that in the recent past, the divine masculines made a few decisions that they're starting to rethink or even regret. That is because at the time of making these decisions, and these decisions are based on family, friends, karmic partners, choices they've made to include certain people in their lives. And they're starting to realize as they're going through the process of transformation that not everyone around them has their highest interest and highest good in mind when they're interacting with them. So the divine masculines are essentially not receiving the balance they need from their environment. They're not receiving the love and support that they need from their environment. And they're starting to realize that this is truly not what they want. This is not giving them the joy and the love that they deserve and that they want. And when they're starting to think about when they felt the most at balance, they felt the most love, felt the most at peace, a lot of divine masculines are going to be linking and thinking back to their divine feminines, because they're going to start to realize that whenever they felt at peace, they always were with their divine feminines, either talking to them or being with them in the physical environment together. And they're going to be realizing that their divine feminine has that natural way of balancing them, making them feel better, making them feel loved, making them feel supported. And that is something they're really missing at this moment. That is something they're really thinking about at this moment. This is why it was so important for divine feminines to stop the chasing, because when there's chasing energies involved, divine masculines are not able to see everything with clarity. And when the divine feminines give the divine masculines their space to go through healing and transformation, and they stop their chasing energies, the divine masculine has a chance to really see everything for what it is in their environment. And because of that space that the divine feminines gave the divine masculines, along with the insights that divine masculines are receiving, they're going to be thinking more and more about their divine feminines. A lot of divine masculines are aware of who their divine feminine is. If you can remember, towards the end of December, divine masculines, as they receive this clarity and insight into who their divine feminine is, with that insight comes a lot of guilt. a lot of guilt for hurting their divine feminines, a lot of guilt for causing their divine feminine pain. And they were working through forgiveness, forgiving themselves for hurting their divine feminines, and also forgiving their divine feminines for hurting them. So, this process of realizing who their divine feminine is, understanding the pain they caused their divine feminine, and working through the process of forgiveness has caused their solar plexus chakra to really become blocked. And that is what the middle card is showing in this spread. This is representing the present situation, and the solar plexus chakra is representing the divine masculine self-esteem and willpower. So although for a lot of divine masculines they are missing their divine feminine and are thinking about their divine feminine, right now they are almost scared to take that action because they don't have that self-confidence and self-esteem, because they're thinking back about the guilt and the shame that comes from hurting their divine feminine. But that's going to be changing soon, because they are going to be working through these energies. These energies are moving through them. This energy of guilt is a block that they have to work on. The energy of forgiveness is something else that they have to work on. So even though they're feeling not 100% confident right now, they are going to be changing these energies as they're going through their healing. And how the divine masculines are learning to interact with their divine feminine without directly contacting them right now is through observation. And you can see the card on the right is the future card for divine masculine's feelings, and that is the card of feeling alone. And for a lot of divine masculines, although even during the holidays they were around a lot of people, a lot of friends and family, or maybe even still in their karmic relationship, they're feeling alone even though they're with these people, and they're missing their divine feminine. And for them, how they are learning to work through the energy of not having that full self-esteem, that full self-confidence, is by observing their divine feminine from afar. You can see in the tarot card itself, there's a woman and she's further back from this house, and she's just observing this house. She is just watching this house. And that's exactly what a lot of divine masculines are doing right now. You might have felt your divine masculine's energy on you. You could tell that they're thinking about you. You might be seeing their names more frequently. You might be getting a lot of signs and synchronicities. Or if you interact with your divine masculine on a regular basis in the physical, maybe you work together, then you might have noticed that your divine masculine is watching you. You might even catch them watching you, and they wouldn't necessarily say anything, but it's something they're doing from afar. The same goes for if you have your divine masculine on social media. They will be observing you from afar, looking at your photos, maybe even looking back at old messages. Or if you've given your divine masculine gifts, they will be connecting back with those gifts and thinking about you. But again, this is all happening from observation from afar, because that's their emotional state of being. As we move into the physical spread for the divine masculine, we can see that the first card they receive is heartache and loss. And that is how the divine masculines are feeling in their physical environment. They're feeling the pain and the heartache of losing their divine feminine, or of not having their divine feminine with them. And again, because their divine feminine gave the divine masculines the space, and the divine feminine stopped chasing their divine masculine. That's really important that they stop chasing their divine masculine, because the divine masculine can really feel what it's like to not have their divine feminines next to them, what it's like to miss their divine feminine. And with the addition of the insights from the universe that is giving them more and more information about this journey, about the twin flame journey, they're really going to be feeling it really deeply, feeling the separation that comes from not being with their divine feminine. And the middle card that we have is the waiting game, and that is the divine masculine's present card for their physical environment. So remember when we talked about their divine masculine not really taking action although they were feeling alone, although they were missing their divine feminine, they didn't feel they didn't have the self-confidence to take that action. What we have to remember is a masculine energy is that of action, is that of moving forward. So it's only a matter of time before the divine masculines take action. And that is what this middle card is representing. The waiting game is showing that the divine masculines are waiting for the moment when they feel that full self-confidence, that full self-esteem to make the contact with their divine feminine. They want to, it's just right now they're not feeling 100% sure, 100% confident. So they're waiting. You can see in the card this man is walking around the hourglass, and that's exactly what the divine masculines are doing. They're going to be observing you from afar, and as they're observing you, they're getting closer and closer to making the contact, breaking that period of separation. And it's really scary for divine masculines because they are scared that you might reject them. They're not sure how you're going to react. So it's really their fears. But the divine masculines work through their blocks really quickly, even though they're a few steps behind the divine feminine in terms of the healing and transformation ascension process. They do work through their blocks very quickly. So this waiting game is not going to be lasting for a very long time because of their natural masculine energy of action. And as we move into the card to the right, it is the outcome card for their physical environment, for their physical actions. And the divine masculine received the card throat chakra, and this has to do with communication. For some divine masculines, they will be contacting their divine feminine. They will be communicating with their divine feminine, especially for those that have been in a period of separation. And they might just drop you a quick line, a quick hello. They might call you just to say hi, something very short. They are testing the waters. They're dipping their toes into the waters to see how you'll react before they proceed forward. For a lot of twin flames that have done the majority of their healing, that have learned to proceed forward with their own soul mission and have learned to balance their feminine energies into their masculine energies, for the divine masculines, and for the divine feminines to balance their masculine energy into their feminine energy. For those twin flames that have done the majority of the work, the energy clearing work, they are going to be actually opening back up communication because of the period of separation that happened, the period of healing that happened. This is going to be the first step towards harmony again, towards communication with harmony, and of course after this it leads towards union. So those twins will notice that there's no longer a runner chaser dynamic. It's going to be very harmonious communication, very loving communication, and it's going to build, the momentum is going to build, and that's going to lead soon towards union. For some divine masculines, they will be contacting their divine feminine, but that's going to be through 5D. If you connect with your divine masculine in the 5D, then that is where they're going to be contacting you. That is how they're going to be communicating with you. For some divine masculines, the energy of them thinking about you and missing you is going to be communicated to you through signs. You might have already been receiving signs on a normal basis, but during this time period, you're going to be receiving signs on a daily basis, on an hourly basis. You might be seeing their names way more frequently. You might be getting signs and songs and synchronicities to let you know that they are thinking about you, and this is their way of communicating with you right now. So there's many different ways in which the divine masculines can contact you depending on where they are in their process of transformation and healing. So it's important to be mindful of where they are and where you are in your own healing. But I feel for those twins that are very close to union, and they have been in separation, that this is going to be the next step forward. The divine masculine is going to be taking that step towards contacting their divine feminine. Let's have a look back at the overall spread, and you can see that what stands out to me is the colors. There's a lot of blues in the spread. It's predominantly blue, and again, blue has to do with the throat chakra, it has to do with communication. For some divine masculines, it might even be communicating with themselves, to themselves, about what they want and what they need, and really voicing that to themselves. And I think in the near future, that's going to lead to communication with their divine feminine. But right now, it might be even only communications with themselves. You can also see that there is the number 5 that's repeated predominantly throughout the spread. Balance is 4 and 1, which is 5. Feeling alone is a 5. The throat chakra is also 5, and the 3s and 2s also equal a 5. So the 5 is representing the change that's going to be happening in the divine masculines. They're actually changing their actions and how they've been acting recently towards a new direction. So the divine feminines will be noticing that change, will be noticing those actions changing in the favor towards union, towards harmony, towards communication. So that's it, everyone. It's actually a really beautiful spread. It's nice seeing some momentum in the divine masculine's energy. For a long time, their spreads have been about healing and transformation with lots of greens, but this is the first time I've seen a spread that is predominantly blue, which has to do with the throat chakra. And this is an important time period for those twins that have done through and gone through their healing, gone through the dark night of their soul, and have really come out of it and really gotten into balance with themselves. This is a really important step because this is going to be leading a lot of twins towards union, and that is what the energy is conveying, that the divine masculines are stepping up. They're here, they're ready, they're missing their divine feminines, and they want to be in union with their divine feminines, as you can see. So I guess that's it. We will touch base soon. You have yourself a great day. Bye, guys.